back! Seems like many of you want to know more about scholarship opportunities with the home team. Don't worry, all you need to do is raise your hand. Just come on and click the ad to find out more. With many scholarship offerings and diverse career options, you'll surely find one that meets your aspirations, uniformed or civilian careers. All these possibilities will make you go, whoa! Be a guardian of our home. Your leadership journey begins here. back. Seems like many of you want to know more about scholarship opportunities with the home team. Don't worry, all you need to do is raise your hand. Just come on and click the ad to find out more. With many scholarship offerings and diverse career options, you'll surely find one that meets your aspirations, uniformed or civilian careers. All these possibilities will make you go, whoa! Be a guardian of our home. Your leadership journey begins here.
Hi everyone, it's Jon Ludvig Hammer back with another video series, and this time we're going to be talking about the Bongcloud opening, an opening that is as bad as it is funny and infamous. Basically, the Bongcloud is any situation where you open up moving your king pawn and then follow it up on the very next move, moving your king up, stopping the diagonal for your queen, stopping the diagonal for your bishop, and losing the right to castle. A horrible opening, you would think, but actually, the theme of this video series is going to be studying situations where moving your king up in the opening is actually a good solution. Our first opening is going to be from the Slav defense. It starts out with a queen pawn moving 2 forward and black responding in kind. White plays the queen's gambit, trying to put pressure on that central pawn, which is defended by the black pawn. Now this is the Slav opening. White proceeds to get the knights out there, as does black, and afterwards black plays the move e6 to make a really solid pyramid of the pawns defending each other, a magnificent pawn chain. White proceeds to go e3, opening up for the bishop to protect the pawn in case black chooses to capture it. Out with the knight from black, the queen moves to try and take control over the e4 square, and that's going to be crucial to this variation because when black moves the bishop out, we move forward in the center, and white with 3 proud pawns up on the 4th rank is trying to command the battlefield at a very early stage. Black captures the white pawn, the knight captures back, and we get another capture of the knight, which provokes white's queen out on the board. Now, having the queen out early, that can be a good thing, the most powerful piece in the middle of the board. But it can also be a bad thing because every time an opponent's
but it's hard to tell what
piece threatens your queen, you're going to have to move her away because she's so valuable. If black just proceeds with normal play in this situation and castles, then white is able to develop the bishop, have both the bishop and queen pointing up towards the black king, and while black is able to stop this temporarily with the knight coming out, both attacking the queen and defending against the threat on the side, white then pushes the queen over to this h4 square where it keeps tabs towards black's king, and it's a situation that is quite unpleasant for black, which is why we need to move back to our position just as the white queen entered the middle, because black tries to strike back in the center with the move c5, trying to simply get rid of these aggressive white pawns, just as we did on the previous move. White responds by moving the bishop up, trying to attack the black queen. Now, if the black queen goes out for a check, then the bishop can step back, and it turns out white is more happy to get this bishop out 1 square than black is happy having to retreat the queen. As when the queen retreats, we can have the bishop pointing up towards the black king side, just as we had the queen pointing in that same direction. To prevent this idea, when we move back to the situation where white has just moved the bishop to attack the queen, black parries the threat by moving the bishop in between. Now, after the exchange of bishop, here comes the Bongcloud, and it just comes 2 at a time. We get 2 Bongclouds for the price of 1. It starts out with the queen going out to give a check on white's king. In the previous variation we analyzed, we saw that white would defend against this by bringing the bishop back. However, the bishop has now exchanged itself for the black counterpart, and the king no longer has this option. If we want to keep our right to castle, we're going to have to move the knight in between. When black is the one doing the Bongcloud move, using the king to recapture the bishop. And this is actually a fairly nice situation for black, because as white tries to get their pieces into play, we make an exchange in the middle, getting that white pawn off the board. And then we move our queen in as well. The black queen both threatening the white queen and giving a check on white's king. We're forcing a queen trade. And you know how they say a king in the center is bad in the opening? Well, that's only the case when the queens are on the board. And here, black has gotten real use of the early Bongcloud, with the king being nicely placed in the middle, and also for the rook to be able to get into the center of the board, into the action right away. But white has a solution to this. So in order to prevent black from having a good Bongcloud, we need to do the Bongcloud ourselves. White goes king up, and black still has to recapture the bishop, so the black king goes up as well. It's a double Bongcloud in the opening, played by world championship level players. This was tried in a game with Vladimir Kramnik, the man who defeated Kasparov when he was playing against Boris Gelfand, who once challenged Vishwanathan Anand for the world title. And Kramnik here demonstrated that he was able to get an advantage with his very surprising Bongcloud move by playing pawn out to g3. The king is blocking for the bishop. That's one of the main disadvantages of the Bongcloud. But Kramnik figured out that by getting the bishop out on the right-hand side, we can have this piece threatening down that long diagonal towards black's position. And while black was trying to move the knight and chase after the queen found a fairly decent square to sit after being chased around first by black's knight, then by black's rook. The queen got to this f4 square. And what was crucial there is that we're now able to move the knight up, supported by the queen, on the next move. Black tried to develop the bishop, and the knight came into the middle, with the white's queen pointing towards the black king position. But more importantly, having this amazing bishop in its fianchetto position, pointing down towards black's queen side. So this was the game between Kramnik and Gelfand. In this position, Kramnik had managed to get an opening advantage, utilizing a brilliant version of the Bongcloud, and he went on to win the game. How did you like this double Bongcloud?